her breed, how many dogs she's running, because she's not just running one, she's running multiple, and why she chose to run them in hunt test, and why she joined Upland, and when she decided to hire a professional handler.
Hi, I'm April. I have Vizslas. I have 5, but I will be running 4. I got into the field training particularly because I had 2 Vizslas at home that I got specifically as pets, something that I could be active with, and then I fell in love with the breed. I started looking into doing what they were bred to do, so I got my 3rd one specifically to do the training with in the field, and it just spiraled from there, and now I've got 4 that I'm running.
So at what point did you decide to get involved with NAVHDA?
When I got Daily, which she's almost 4, so that was my 3rd one. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea where to start. It's very intimidating being a woman in technically a man's sport, not knowing where to start. So I joined NAVHDA, and that was intimidating in itself. But once I got there and started, and everybody was so helpful and welcoming, and it gave me some tools to move my dog forward.
And so at what point in your training did you say, you know, I can really benefit from hiring a professional?
I would say last year, when my dog was 2.5, she was very naturally talented. She pointed from the day she was 8 weeks old. Like, she worked a field. She had a lot of natural ability that I didn't have to train.
Which, from your experience, how many dogs are that talented?
I would say half of mine were that talented and half took more effort. And so for her being my first one, and for her to just go out there and point, and I didn't do anything.
So at what point in your NAVHDA journey, and your field trial journey, and your hunt test journey, did you go from showing up to training days to say, you know, maybe I need a little bit more, maybe my dog needs a little bit more? Did you decide to hire a professional handler?
I would say after I went through Junior Hunter and we did our NA, and from that point on, I felt like we kind of got stuck. Like, we weren't progressing. I was coming out every week and seeing the same results. Not that she looked bad, and not that we weren't having a good time. I just wasn't seeing, like, how are we going to get from here to where my goal at the time was Senior Hunter. There was a lot missing that I wasn't getting to, and so I made the decision, like, if this is something I want to seriously do, then I got to hire a professional to help me out.
And what made you hire, you know, particularly you?
Me. What made you hire me? Well, because you were the blonde bitch that was hiking around and I saw every week. And I was like, you're it.
So when choosing a professional handler, I mean, there's a lot of, you know, different handlers in this area, predominantly male handlers that are very strong, you know, maybe, you know, really well titled. When you decided to hire a handler, what made you go with another female handler, another female trainer in the area versus the norm of the area?
For me, I felt like hiring another woman, you could push me in a way that didn't feel, maybe not necessarily like I was being put down, but you were able to push me in a way that I don't know that would be perceived the same way as a man did it, and maybe a man wouldn't want to do that because they wouldn't want to be perceived that way. So I feel like having women work together, and having someone push for you because you truly want to see my dogs do well. Like, I know that you love my dogs. Like, I feel that. I know that you genuinely love me, and I feel that. And so it's like, if you tell me something and maybe it's not what I want to hear, I don't ever feel like it's coming from a bad place. I feel like you're just trying to push me, because I am the type of personality, I need that push. I need that goal. And if I don't have that someone to say, it's fine, your dog's fine, you're fine, you can do it, then I don't know that I would do all the things that I've done.
Right. So, where do you see yourself in the next year?
Well, I've got a lot of dogs, so I've got one that finished her master last year, so I would like to get her Lifetime Achievement Award this year.
Which is a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, she's 4 more
which
to go.
is 12 Master Hunter
Yeah.
passes. So that's not to be underestimated at all.
Yeah.
And then you have the next one up and coming.
Then Tivy, she'll be running Master Hunter as soon as the tests come around. Maybe do some gun dog with her. And then I've got another one that I might try to do some field trials with her. She will also be going Master Hunter when she's ready. She's still pretty young. And then I got a puppy who I have high hopes he's going to get that UT one. I can feel it.
Well, we're really excited about it. And then as far as Upland NAVDA, what do you feel that some are the benefits of us starting a new chapter?
I think it's good. It's another opportunity for people to get out here and train. And it's very organized. When you get here, you have places you can go, things you can learn. You can learn from so many different people. And not just the professionals that are here. Like you do have their input, but you also have newbies, you have women, you can listen and watch what everybody's doing. And you may walk out and say, hey, what you just did, I think will work for my dog. And you may not have ever thought of it. So you leave with lots of information.
So as a trainer and putting you in a position to handle your dog in our invitational mock test, how did it feel handling your dog and just being at this level for maybe the last 6 months, to handle your dog against maybe some of the top handlers in this area? How did that experience make you feel?
It was exciting, and when you asked me to do it, I was like, are you sure? But I knew my dog, I know her field work is superb. Like she makes everything look easy for me. And so it was exciting to get out here and run with the big dogs, and then to see her excel, and she looked so great. I walked out I was like, hey, my dog looked really great.
Yeah, I mean, she looked fabulous. She was probably the top performing dog of the day in that particular training situation. She definitely shined. So what would you say to somebody, another woman, thinking about getting into this? What would be your recommendation?
I would say take the leap. I was not a hunter. I never had hunting dogs before this. I strictly got into this in the beginning because I loved my dog and I wanted my dog to do what they were bred to do. So it may be intimidating at first, but come out, give it a try. You will see that everybody's welcoming. They want you to succeed. They want your dogs to succeed. And once you see your dog do what it's supposed to do, there is no turning back.
And then my final question of the day, obviously we have lots of chapters, lots of different opinions. How do you as an owner and as a handler make the best decision for your dog?
I think you have to go with your gut a little bit. You know your dog. You know your dog better than anybody. And if something doesn't feel right to you, try something different. There's no harm in doing what feels good for you. So find people that you can align with, that you feel good about, and that you see results with, and stick it out.
And at what point do you say, I don't see the result?
I think that's based on what your goal is, I guess. So for my goal was senior hunter at the time, and I knew without help I was never going to get there. So if you have a goal in mind and you're not seeing the progress and you're coming out every week and it's the same thing, hire someone to help you. And even if you're not looking to do, say, tests or hunt, this is still a good outlet for your dog and for you, and you make friends, and your dog has the time of their life.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We love to highlight our members of the chapter. Don't forget to join us on our training days, and if you have any questions or need any help, don't hesitate to ask. We're here for that. I'm Becca. I'm the president of the Upland NAVDA chapter and professional trainer, and we are here to help answer all your questions about gun dogs, no matter what breed it is. So from pointers to Labradors to setters to spaniels. If you have questions, let us know. We're here to help.